Hello guys, so we're from group 6 and in here we're going to present our result about the work ethics and values across cultures. And here are our group members, which contains Achmad Yossy, Ardia Pramesti, myself Innayah Putri Warna, and Samuel Dwi, Silvia Wulandari, and Sofhia Syarif. The first thing that we want to talk about is the Western work ethics. The first one is the individualism. The idea of individualism plays a big role in Western work culture to achieve their targets, and each of the workers is required to work independently. The second one is the punctuality, which is also the top priority of Western work ethics, in which the employees are expected to be on time for work appointments and such. The third one is direct communication, is to let people know about the exact key points of a certain issue to the business, and these employees can freely speak up about their ideas in the direct way of communicate. And the fourth one is about the work-life balance. In order to find out more about the balance of this matter, it also depends on the certain organization, but mostly they found the great importance of work-life balance in which the Western employees are putting a less strict emphasis in terms of managing their time without forgetting to prioritize their work. And lastly, diversity and inclusion. Nowadays, many Western companies are striving to promote equality and diversity in the workplace, which creates this opportunity for the use of technology to connect people from other countries to work with them remotely.
Middle East work ethic. Relationship. In business, relationships are vital in the Middle East. Success requires building and maintaining strong bonds with partners, clients, and stakeholders. Personal relationships are very important and have a big impact on business decisions. Number 2 is communication. Middle Easterners are known for their indirect and non-confrontational communication styles. It is crucial to listen intently and be aware of non-verbal clues since they can be just as significant as spoken words. Next is hierarchy. There is a definite division in Middle Eastern society between those in position of authority and those who are not. Respecting the hierarchy and addressing people according to their position and status are crucial. The next is time. The Middle East has a different perspective on time and is less strict about being on time. It's possible that deadlines and meetings won't always be strictly followed, and patience is frequently needed. Number 5 is dress. It's crucial to wear appropriate clothing to business meetings and events because dress codes in the Middle East can be quite conservative. Business clothes in many nations should be modest, with sleeves and legs covered, and free of garish colors and figure-exposing apparel. And the last is hospitality. Middle Eastern culture places a high value on hospitality, and business gatherings and meetings frequently include lengthy periods of entertainment and socializing. It's crucial to accept an invitation with grace and respect and to express gratitude for the hospitality you receive.
So the last one is the Asian work ethics. The first one is the concept of saving face. It all started with Asian culture and societal convention instilling these beliefs in individuals. The concept of face basically refers to one's personal sense of esteem, honor, dignity, and prestige. It has a direct influence on how others in Asia see you. When someone says they've lost face in Asia, they are usually referring to how they have been made to feel ashamed, humiliated, or disrespectful, and which can happen for a variety of reasons. The second one is the hierarchy system. In most societies, persons who are senior or older than you are treated with more respect. In a family, for example, you would normally regard your elder siblings more. That value, however, is considerably greater in Asian society. Those who are entering a new firm for the first time, especially if they are young, will be labeled juniors regardless of how much experience they believe they have. Asians also have a high regard for persons who are older or more senior than them. As a result, while starting a new job, you must be mindful of your workplace culture. The third one is the communication style. People in the Asian work culture prefer more indirect methods in communication and negotiation, accompanied by a high level of courtesy and respect. Knowing and comprehending these communication style distinctions can help you establish a good middle ground in negotiation or any problem solving process.
Alright, everyone, now we move to the next part, that is the importance of knowing the differences in work ethics and values across cultures. In a globalized world, cultural competence in the workplace is not just a nice to have, but it is a must have. It can lead to more successful and harmonious workplaces. First, creating responsible professionals. In a workplace, commonly people value integrity, honesty, and social responsibility. Thus, if people respect the differences in work ethics and values across cultures, they will be able to overcome complex ethical dilemmas professionally. Second, maintain a sense of enthusiasm for working. When every employee in a company acknowledges good ethics and respects cultural differences, a sense of enthusiasm grows. This will also affect the productivity of the company, and employees will be able to complete their job properly and on time. Third, preparing to work effectively with cross-cultural workers. Since everything is connected globally, it is beneficial for employees and corporations to know the differences in work ethics and values across cultures so that they are ready to compete in multicultural environments. They will have a chance to develop their ability to value and embrace differences, thereby reducing the possibility of misunderstandings, miscommunication, and conflicts in the workplace. Fourth, improving decision-making skills. Learning about culture means we are willing ourselves to do something new and broaden our horizons about new things. Culture shapes the way people think based on specific areas or conditions. Comprehending cultural differences helps us to understand why people from other cultures have different perspectives and concepts. It helps a lot when we have an argument or discussion with people we can prospecting others' way to deal with the problem. And lastly, building trust and reputation. In other words, perceiving other cultures and increasing your own values in this way is work or professionalism. When you can control your ethical behavior, act, and decision, you can convince your company if they recruit the right person. So that's it. We can move to the next part.
For number 3, the question is, what may happen if work values are branched either by the company or by the employees? And give an example. Work values are the work related to qualities, principles, and standards that really matter. It is important to maintain work values within the workplace to create a convenient atmosphere. In a positive work situation, work values will be reflected into the task assigned. In the worst addition or condition, if work values are branched either by the company or by the employees, it will affect the running of the system and productivity. These ethical branches often occur unreported and unaddressed, and when totaled, can lead to severe problems. And for the example, here we have some example to support it. First one is toxic workplace culture. Unethical leadership fosters toxic workplace. Leaders who lack of integrity or morality through bribery, data manipulation, or coercion create an environment of disrespect and bullying. This problem can even mask discrimination, leading to legal problems. For the second one, we have discrimination and harassment. While the organization are legally bound to offer equal employment and opportunities, discrimination and harassment based on various factors still occur. And for the last one is unrealistic and conflicting goals. Ambitious goals, while sometimes necessary for growth, can lead to the ethical dilemmas when unrealistic. This pressure can create an environment where employees and even leaders resort to questionable tactics like cutting corners or bypassing ethical boundaries to meet targets.
Some points about work ethics and values in Indonesia for foreigners who want to work here. Work ethics in Indonesia has its own uniqueness. For example, Indonesian company stands on personal criticism and making the leaders happy might be some of the points which do not apply to companies of foreign countries. Therefore, work ethics in Indonesia mainly uphold the relationship between co-workers. Other than that, here are some work ethics in Indonesia. Addressing superiors by Bapak Ibu and avoiding calling their name unless allowed. In Indonesia, it is not very common to call people by their names. It is also more uncommon for people to call with their back names. Indonesia is popular for having pronouns unlike other countries. Dia, beliau, anda. These pronouns are non-binary and have become a habit to call someone without even knowing their names nor gender. This might be the reason why in Indonesia it is unusual to call someone by their names. Babak means to call a man that is older and it is very respectful pronoun, same with sir, and ibu means to call a woman, same with ma'am. These pronouns are already considered polite in the realm of the working world. Giving handshake as a sign of politeness. Every country around the world has their own way of greeting someone. But in Indonesia, greeting someone is done by a simple handshake and as an act of politeness too. Usually, the handshake is started by the senior, and we, as a junior, need to reply the handshake.
And the next, coming to workplace in time. Indonesia might not be a country with people who appreciate time or coming on time, but Indonesia is a country where people are coming in time, which means that the employee comes at some current time before the work hour. And usually, employees with this habit are very well done and appreciated. And then next, understand the hierarchical culture of Indonesia. Indonesia's work culture is deeply influenced by the hierarchical social structure, which means emphasize respect for authority, age, and seniority. This hierarchy extends to the workplace, shaping work ethics in some several significant ways. The key aspect of hierarchical includes in decision making, realizing the importance of consensus, indirect communication, and nonverbal cues. And then the last one is maintain friendship between coworkers. Indonesia is a country with high social relationship, so being friends and gaining friendship with the coworkers leave a positive impact. As a part of social communication, later on, if any of us get difficulties as coworkers, they can offer a helping hand.
Okay, so that's all for our presentation from Group 6, and thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye.